Hello everyone. I'm doing another wax paper video today, and the reason is because I just did one and a lot of you had so many questions about it. And it is a questionable project. That's the reason I did it, because I had questions about it. Some of you are concerned with archival quality of some of these papers I do. First of all, when I teach, when I do a workshop, the thing I stress is just having fun and relaxing and not worrying about all that stuff. But if it's something you worry about, I want you to know that anytime you lay acrylic anything down on paper, it renders it archival, because acrylic has a plastic base. So if you are using acrylics, that is not a fear. If you worry about it because of the Mod Podge, seal it up with an acrylic medium when you get done. There's nothing says you can't do that. So just want to kind of get that out of the way. And the other question was about, do you let this dry? Do you layer this? Do you do this wet? How much drying? Blah, blah, blah. I do each one differently, even in the tissue layering, and now with this wax paper experiment. Again, it's about experimenting and playing and having fun with what you're doing. And so what I decided to do is, one person was concerned she would have a hot mess if she tried to do everything without letting it dry. And yeah, you may, but sometimes hot messes are okay. So we're going to create a hot mess here today, and hopefully it'll turn out to be a really neat thing. I'm going to do this whole video all at one time. I'm not going to have any drying time except for the very end to let the whole composition dry completely before we peel it up. So that's what I'm doing today, just wet on wet on wet, and we'll see what happens. Hey, that's what it's all about. Let's go. Okay, so here is our hot mess, and I admit it looks like a hot mess right now. And what I did is I laid down wax paper, I put some other papers on top, paint, and then other papers on top, more paint, second layer of wax paper, Mod Podge, some more paint on top of the wax paper, which paint on wax paper does some interesting effects. And now I'm going to just let this whole thing dry, and we'll see what we have. I think you'll be surprised. Okay, here we are, several hours later, and it's dry. So I'm going to peel it up. Let me find a corner here, a place to start. Sometimes that's the hardest thing with this or the tissue layering. It's just finding a place to start peeling it up. So there's a corner. And I'm going to take my palette knife and go up underneath this to help it get going. So there we are. Slide that palette knife right up under there and peel it off. And there it is. There is our hot mess. And we'll trim up these edges, but let me just kind of come down here and let you see that there's some nice stuff came through here. I love the way the wax paper and the paint interacted there. You can see some of the wording through there. On the back side, there's some interesting things going on right there. I love this color that is all in here. So here's some more of the writing you can see. So I think it did pretty good. What do you think? I'm not unhappy with this. I think this is a great sheet of paper. It's nice and flexible. It's a good weight. And this actually, someone did ask me about using these for signatures in a journal, sewing them, and this right here, this would be good. This would work okay. It's a good weight. See right there, see that, well, how that kind of peeks through? Yeah! So, you never know what your hot mess is going to turn out to look like, and I'm happy with this one. I think it's really fun. The fun part about this is you don't ever know, and that I like that. I like the unknown. So anyway, that was fun, and we just kind of moved on, experimented, answered some of your questions, I hope. And so, see you next time. Bye.